Our planet is a world of breathtaking wonders, but nowhere is this more evident than in the frozen heart of Antarctica. Here at the bottom of the world lies a realm so remote, so untouched, that it remains shrouded in mystery even in the age of satellites and science. We have mapped its icy coastlines from afar and observed its towering glaciers from the safety of ships, but the true heart of this continent remains locked away, hidden beneath layers of ancient ice. Antarctica is a land of paradoxes, at once forbidding and mesmerizing, a place where silence reigns and the landscape seems frozen in time. It is a vast land of ice and silence, a place of extreme and brutal beauty. This is Antarctica, Earth's last true wilderness. For centuries it was a blank space on our maps, a land of myth and speculation. Early explorers called it Terra Australis Incognita, the unknown southern land. Today we know it as the coldest, driest and highest continent on Earth. Its interior receives less precipitation than the world's greatest deserts, and its temperatures can plunge below -80 degrees Celsius. It is a place so alien, so hostile to life as we know it, that it seems to belong to another world entirely. The wind howls with hurricane force, and the sun can disappear for months at a time. Antarctica guards its secrets fiercely beneath a shield of ice that is, in places, nearly 3 miles thick. This ice is not just a barrier, it is a vault, preserving the past in frozen silence. But what secrets does it hold? What lies beneath the surface, entombed in the cold for millennia? Beyond the scientific outposts that cling to its edges, the interior remains a blank canvas, an immense frozen wilderness that has never felt the touch of humanity. For decades, whispers and theories have swirled around Antarctica, suggesting it is far more than just a desolate wasteland of ice and rock. Some say it is a place where the impossible becomes possible. These are stories of lost civilizations, of ancient ruins entombed beneath the ice, their secrets locked away since a time before recorded history. There are tales of strange lights in the polar night, unexplained phenomena that defy scientific explanation, and even theories of encounters with beings not of this world. These stories paint a picture of a continent that is not empty, but is instead the custodian of humanity's most profound and perhaps most terrifying secrets. Are these mere fantasies born from the continent's profound isolation and the human need to fill the unknown with wonder? Or could there be some truth buried deep beneath the ice, evidence of a world lost to time, waiting to be discovered? The sheer scale of Antarctica is difficult to comprehend. It is a continent of superlatives, larger than Europe, nearly twice the size of Australia, and containing 90% of the world's fresh water locked in its ice. Nearly 14 million square kilometres of ice, stretching from the wind-swept coast to the mountainous interior, form a barrier that has resisted exploration for centuries. This ice is a time capsule, holding within its layers the history of our planet's climate going back hundreds of thousands of years. Each layer is a page in Earth's frozen diary, recording volcanic eruptions, cosmic events, and even traces of ancient life. But some believe it hides something far more ancient, evidence of civilizations that flourished when Antarctica was green, teeming with forests and rivers. They propose that this ice sheet conceals the ruins of a civilization that thrived in a distant, warmer past, before the continent was swallowed by ice. It is a tantalizing thought that the last unexplored frontier on Earth may also be the cradle of one of its first and most advanced civilizations. Could the answers to humanity's oldest questions lie frozen beneath our feet? As we stand on the precipice of the unknown, we must ask ourselves what is possible. What secrets might be revealed if the ice were to melt, even for a moment? In a place where hurricane-force winds scour the land, and the very air can freeze in an instant, the environment itself seems to conspire to keep its secrets hidden. Temperatures plummet to unimaginable lows, creating a world where only the hardiest forms of life can survive. Microbes, extremophiles, and ancient mosses clinging to the edges of existence. The very idea of a complex society seems impossible. Yet the stories persist, echoing through the ice and snow. These tales are fueled by strange satellite images, anomalies that hint at structures or patterns not easily explained by natural processes, by the cryptic signals detected by scientific instruments, and by the persistent mysteries that science has yet to unravel. And by ancient myths from cultures around the world, stories of lost lands, sunken continents, and civilizations swallowed by ice, that seem to resonate with the mysteries of this southern land. The journey to uncover the truth about Antarctica is a journey into the heart of a great enigma, a puzzle that challenges the limits of our imagination and the reach of our science. It challenges our understanding of history, our place in the universe, and the true nature of the world we thought we knew. Antarctica remains for now a silent guardian of secrets, waiting for the day when the ice will finally give up its mysteries. The year is 1946. The world stands at a crossroads, its wounds from the Second World War still fresh, its future uncertain. In the midst of this fragile peace, the frozen continent of Antarctica, long shrouded in myth and untouched by human ambition, suddenly becomes the focus of intense international interest. For centuries, Antarctica was a place of legend, a land of endless night, howling winds, and secrets locked beneath the ice. Explorers who braved its hostile expanse returned with tales of strange phenomena, compasses spinning wildly, lights flickering on the horizon, and the ever-present sense of being watched by something unseen. In this new era, the United States Navy launches Operation High Jump, a mission of unprecedented scale. 13 ships, including a mighty aircraft carrier, slice through the frigid waters, their hulls braced against the crushing ice. Over 4,700 men are on board, their orders cloaked in secrecy. Officially, the mission is described as a peaceful scientific endeavour, an effort to map the coastline, test equipment and establish a research base. But whispers among the crew hint at something more. Why such a formidable force for a simple survey? Why the urgency, the military precision, the air of tension that hangs over every briefing? As the fleet pushes deeper into the ice, the men set up camp, their breath crystallizing in the air. Instruments are deployed, data is gathered, but the sense of unease grows. Some speak of strange radio signals, bursts of static, coded transmissions, and voices in languages no one can identify. The operation is led by Rear Admiral Richard E. Byrd, a legend among explorers, a man who has already conquered both poles. His reputation lends credibility to the mission, but even Byrd seems troubled, his gaze lingering on the horizon as if searching for something just out of sight. The fleet is an armada bristling with technology and manpower. It dwarfs any previous expedition to the polar south, raising questions among foreign observers and conspiracy theorists alike. What are they truly searching for in this desolate place? Byrd's own journals, later scrutinized by researchers, hint at encounters with the unknown. He describes vast stretches of ice that seem to shift and move, sudden changes in weather, and the persistent feeling of being watched. Aircraft patrol the skies, scanning for signs of enemy activity. Some pilots report seeing strange shapes moving beneath the ice, or fleeting shadows darting across the snowfields, phenomena dismissed in official reports but whispered about in mess halls late at night. The mission is scheduled to last 6 to 8 months, a race against the relentless Antarctic winter. Supplies are stockpiled, routines established, but the sense of foreboding never fades. Then, without warning, Operation High Jump is cut short. After just 8 weeks, the entire fleet is ordered to withdraw. The official explanation cites extreme weather and logistical setbacks, but rumours swirl of something far more sinister. The ships return home battered and depleted. There are reports of casualties, damaged equipment and missing personnel. The true cause remains hidden behind layers of classified documents and vague statements. The abrupt end to such a costly and ambitious mission ignites a firestorm of speculation. Was the fleet attacked? Did they stumble upon something the world was not meant to see? Some theorists suggest the Americans encountered remnants of secret wartime operations, hidden bunkers, advanced technology, or even the last outposts of a defeated enemy. The official narrative blames the elements, blizzards, shifting ice, and the ever-present threat of disaster. But the Antarctic has always been a place where the line between reality and legend blurs. Persistent rumours tell of secret Nazi bases, lost civilizations, and technology far beyond anything known at the time. Some claim the ice hides ancient ruins, others speak of encounters with unknown craft, machines that defy explanation. According to these accounts, Admiral Byrd's forces faced not just the wrath of nature, but a mysterious enemy. Disc-shaped aircraft emerging from beneath the ice or the sea allegedly attacked the fleet, inflicting heavy losses and forcing a retreat. Theories abound: secret weapons, lost technologies, or even visitors from another world. The evidence is circumstantial, the witnesses few, but the legend grows with each retelling. It is an extraordinary claim, one that transforms Operation High Jump from a forgotten footnote into a cornerstone of Antarctic mystery. Upon his return, Admiral Byrd is rumoured to have delivered a secret debriefing in Washington, warning of a new and powerful adversary, one capable of traversing the globe in moments, its technology far surpassing anything known to man. A Chilean newspaper publishes an interview with Byrd in which he allegedly describes this threat: an enemy with the power to strike from the polar regions without warning. Some believe Operation High Jump was never about science, but about rooting out these hidden dangers, destroying secret bases, uncovering lost technologies, and confronting the unknown. Whether these stories are fact or fiction, they have transformed Antarctica from a barren wasteland into a stage for the world's most enduring mysteries. A place where history, legend, and conspiracy intertwine beneath the eternal ice. Antarctica, an immense frozen wilderness at the bottom of the world. For centuries, it has been a place of scientific intrigue and mythic speculation, a land where the known and the unknown collide beneath endless sheets of ice. The official story of Antarctic exploration is one of courage, endurance, and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. But beneath the surface, both literally and figuratively, lies a deeper, more mysterious narrative, one that has captivated the imagination of scientists, storytellers, and seekers of the extraordinary. Throughout history, the idea of a world beneath our feet has persisted in legend and science alike. Ancient myths from many cultures speak of hidden realms below the surface: Agartha, Shambhala, and the underworlds of countless traditions. In the modern era, scientific curiosity has only deepened the mystery. Some geologists have speculated about vast subglacial lakes, immense caverns, and even entire ecosystems sealed away from the sun for millions of years. Scientific expeditions have uncovered more than 70 subglacial lakes beneath Antarctica, the largest of which, Lake Vostok, remains a tantalizing enigma. These lakes, kept liquid by geothermal heat, are isolated from the outside world by miles of solid ice. Some researchers believe they could harbour unknown forms of life, thriving in total darkness and extreme pressure. Others wonder if these hidden waters are merely the beginning, if deeper still, there might be vast caverns, warm pockets, or even entire lost worlds. The most fantastic tales, however, go far beyond science. They speak of a journey not just beneath the ice, but into the very heart of the planet, According to these stories, somewhere in the remote Antarctic wilderness lies a secret entrance, a gateway to the centre of the Earth. Here the landscape transforms, the cold, barren ice gives way to a world of warmth and wonder, a hidden paradise untouched by time. In these accounts, explorers describe descending through icy tunnels into a temperate world where the air is warm and the land teems with life. Rivers meander through green valleys, and ancient forests stretch as far as the eye can see. The ecosystem is vibrant, thriving in defiance of the frozen world above. Some legends claim that this hidden world is home to creatures thought long extinct, mammoths, giant sloths, and other prehistoric beasts, living in harmony with the land. The air is thick with the scent of unknown flowers, and the only sounds are the calls of strange animals and the gentle rush of water. At the heart of this subterranean world, some stories speak of a city, an awe-inspiring metropolis built of crystal and light. Its architecture is unlike anything on the surface, with spires that catch the glow of hidden suns and streets that shimmer with energy. Here, it is said, an advanced civilization has flourished for millennia, shielded from the chaos above. The inhabitants of this world, according to myth, possess knowledge and technology far beyond our own. They are said to harness the energies of the earth itself, living in harmony with their environment and maintaining a delicate balance between power and peace. Some believe they are the guardians of ancient wisdom, watching over humanity from their hidden sanctuary. In the most dramatic versions of the tale, these subterranean beings have intervened in human affairs, sending warnings in times of great peril. The detonation of atomic bombs, it is said, sent shockwaves not just through the earth, but through the very fabric of this hidden world. Their message is always the same, a plea for peace, and a warning against the destructive path of humanity. Whether rooted in fact or fantasy, these stories have become a cornerstone of Antarctic lore. They transform the continent from a place of desolation into a gateway to another world, a world of wonder, danger, and possibility hidden just beneath the ice. The journey to the centre of the Earth beneath Antarctica remains one of humanity's most enduring dreams, a story that blurs the line between science and myth and invites us to imagine what wonders might lie hidden in the darkness below. The fantastic stories surrounding Admiral Byrd are not isolated tales. In recent years they have been joined by a chorus of other voices. These are the accounts of alleged whistleblowers, men who claim to have served in Antarctica as part of secret military and scientific programs. They speak not of lush valleys, but of ancient structures and strange phenomena that defy all conventional explanation. One of the most compelling accounts comes from a man identified as Spartan 1, a retired US Navy SEAL. He claims that in 2003 his team was sent on a mission to investigate a strange anomaly detected deep beneath the ice sheet. His team was reportedly dispatched to a remote location on the continent's southeastern coast. There they discovered something impossible. A massive, octagonal structure protruding from the ice. It was clearly artificial, with walls estimated to be between 18 and 30 feet thick. He described how the massive doors, made of an unknown material, opened with almost no effort. Inside, the environment was even more bizarre. While the temperature outside was a punishing -40 degrees Fahrenheit, the interior of the structure was a constant, comfortable 68 to 72 degrees. There were no visible light fixtures, yet the entire space was illuminated by a soft lime-green glow emanating from the ceiling. Another remarkable account comes from a retired Navy flight engineer who gives his name as Brian. He served in Antarctica for years, from 1983 to 1997, flying countless transport missions across the continent. He claims that he and his crew frequently witnessed strange objects in the sky, They saw silver, disc-shaped craft darting between the peaks of the trans-Antarctic mountains at speeds no conventional aircraft could achieve. These sightings were a common, unspoken reality among the flight crews. On one occasion, during a medical emergency, his crew was forced to fly through a designated no-fly zone, a region they were strictly forbidden from entering. What they saw in that forbidden zone haunted him. Below them was a massive hole in the ice, perfectly circular and estimated to be hundreds of feet in diameter. It appeared to be an entrance leading deep down into the earth. As they flew near it, their sensitive flight instruments went haywire. After completing their rescue mission, they were met not with praise but with stern men in suits from Washington, D.C. They were debriefed, intimidated, and ordered to forget what they had seen. These whistleblower stories, if true, suggest a reality in Antarctica that is actively being studied and concealed from the public. Another account comes from a geologist who claims to have discovered ancient ruins buried deep within the ice. He described intricate carvings and symbols that seemed to predate any known civilization. The artifacts found at the site were unlike anything seen before, suggesting a highly advanced yet unknown culture. Some researchers even reported finding sources of energy that defied current scientific understanding, glowing with an otherworldly blue light. The skies above Antarctica have also been the stage for unexplained phenomena, with reports of strange lights and auroras that seem to behave unlike any natural occurrence. These accounts, when pieced together, paint a picture of Antarctica as a land of secrets, with many areas still unexplored and shrouded in mystery. Scientists continue to study ice core samples, hoping to unlock the secrets buried within the frozen continent. Historical depictions and ancient maps of Antarctica often show features that modern science is only beginning to understand. Satellite imagery has revealed hidden structures beneath the ice, further fueling speculation about what lies beneath. As the sun sets over the icy expanse, the mysteries of Antarctica remain, waiting to be uncovered by those brave enough to seek the truth. In the 21st century, our planet is under constant surveillance from above. Orbiting hundreds of miles above the surface, a vast network of satellites equipped with multispectral sensors, synthetic aperture radar and high-resolution optical cameras scans every inch of the Earth, including the most remote and inhospitable regions. Antarctica, once a blank spot on the map, is now revealed in unprecedented detail, pixel by pixel, through the lens of advanced technology. These satellites, operated by agencies like NASA, ESA and private companies, collect terabytes of data daily. They map the shifting ice sheets, monitor climate change, and sometimes capture anomalies that ignite the imagination of scientists and theorists alike. The frozen continent, with its harsh climate and impenetrable ice, has become a canvas for both scientific discovery and speculation. Among the most hotly debated findings are the so-called Antarctic pyramids. Satellite imagery has revealed several mountains with strikingly geometric shapes, 4 steep triangular faces converging at a single point, reminiscent of the pyramids of Giza. The most famous of these formations lies near the Shackleton mountain range, where the symmetry is so precise that it challenges the boundaries between natural geology and artificial construction. Geologists explain that such formations can result from a process called glacial erosion, where intersecting cirques carve out sharp pyramidal peaks known as horns. The Matterhorn in the Alps is a classic example. Yet the Antarctic versions are so isolated and symmetrical that some researchers question whether natural forces alone could be responsible. The debate is fueled by the lack of direct access. Most of these sites are buried under miles of ice, making on-the-ground investigation nearly impossible. Theories abound. Some propose that these are remnants of a lost civilization, their structures now entombed beneath the ice for millennia. Others suggest they could be markers for a global energy grid, echoing the work of Nikola Tesla, who dreamed of wireless power transmission across the planet. Artistic renderings and computer models speculate about advanced technologies harnessed by ancient peoples, their secrets hidden in the Antarctic wilderness. But the pyramids are only the beginning. In 2018, satellite images of South Georgia Island, a remote outpost in the South Atlantic, revealed a long oblong object embedded in the ice. The object appeared to have gouged a deep trench as it skidded across the frozen landscape, its shape and trajectory unlike any known geological process. The anomaly's dimensions and smooth contours led to wild speculation. Was this a crashed UFO or a fragment of an interstellar visitor like Oumuamua, the cigar-shaped object that passed through our solar system in 2017? Scientists analyzed the images, considering possibilities ranging from glacial carving to rock slides. Yet the object's distinct tubular form and the absence of debris fields left the mystery unresolved. The comparison to Oumuamua, with its non-gravitational acceleration and unknown origin, only deepened the intrigue. Could Antarctica be a cosmic graveyard, its secrets preserved in the ice? Satellite data has also revealed other enigmatic features, vast symmetrical openings in mountain ranges, some hundreds of feet across with smooth, artificial-looking edges. One such image from 2016 shows what appears to be a massive cavern entrance, its shape eerily similar to the classic flying saucer silhouette. Theories range from natural ice caves to secret military installations, or even ancient hangars built by unknown hands. In 2018, another anomaly captured global attention, a contrail stretching from the North Pole to the South Pole, visible in satellite imagery as a thin, continuous line spanning the entire globe. For a vapor trail to persist over such a distance, the object responsible would need to travel at hypersonic speeds, far exceeding the capabilities of any known aircraft. Some researchers speculated about experimental technology, while others invoked the legend of Admiral Byrd, who spoke of an enemy able to traverse the planet in an instant. These satellite anomalies have profound implications. They challenge our understanding of geology, climate, and even the history of human civilization. Each discovery raises new questions. What lies beneath the Antarctic ice? Are we witnessing the remnants of lost technologies? Or simply the extraordinary power of nature? As satellites continue to scan the frozen continent, the line between science and speculation grows ever thinner, inviting us to look deeper and to wonder what secrets still await discovery at the bottom of the world. The mysteries of Antarctica do not exist in a vacuum. They echo through the corridors of our oldest myths, legends, and the tantalizing fragments of ancient history. Among these, the legend of Atlantis stands as a beacon, a lost world whose fate may be entwined with the frozen continent at the bottom of the earth. Plato, the Greek philosopher, wrote of Atlantis as a magnificent island, home to a noble and powerful civilization, destroyed in a single day and night of misfortune, swallowed by the sea. For centuries, explorers and scholars have scoured the Mediterranean, the Atlantic, and beyond, searching for traces of this fabled land. But what if the answer lies not in the warmth of the Mediterranean, but in the icy silence of Antarctica? Some theorists propose a radical idea, that Antarctica itself is the lost continent of Atlantis. According to this theory, 13,000 years ago, the Earth's poles were not where they are today. Antarctica then was a temperate land, lush and green, home to a civilization whose knowledge and technology surpassed anything known in the ancient world. Myths from around the globe speak of a golden age, a time when gods and men walked together and knowledge flowed freely. In the ancient Egyptian texts, particularly those inscribed on the walls of the Edfu temple, there are stories of a primordial homeland, an island of the egg, ruled by divine beings who descended from the sky. These texts, believed to be copies of much older writings, describe the creation of the world, a sacred island, and a catastrophic war against a cosmic enemy, the Great Leaping One, which ended in floods and darkness. The parallels between the destruction of Atlantis and the Egyptian tale of the lost island are striking. Both speak of a sudden cataclysm, a world plunged into chaos, and survivors who carried the torch of civilization to new lands. Some researchers suggest that the gods of Egypt were, in fact, the survivors of the Antarctic cataclysm, Atlanteans who fled their frozen homeland and seeded the knowledge of architecture, astronomy and mathematics in Egypt and Sumeria. Archaeological theories add further intrigue. Satellite images reveal pyramid-like formations and geometric patterns beneath the Antarctic ice, sparking speculation that these are the remnants of ancient structures, preserved for millennia by the relentless cold. Legends from South America, such as those of Viracocha and the White Gods, echo the story of advanced visitors arriving from a distant sunken land. The idea of a pole shift, triggered by a comet impact or a sudden movement of the Earth's crust, is not new. Ancient maps, like the Piri Reis map, depict an ice-free Antarctica, suggesting that knowledge of the continent's true form predates modern exploration. Could these maps be the last whispers of Atlantean cartographers, their knowledge preserved through the ages? In this sweeping vision, the pyramids of Giza and the mysterious pyramid-shaped mountains of Antarctica are not mere coincidence, but the fingerprints of a lost civilization whose reach spanned continents. The sudden appearance of advanced knowledge in Egypt, Sumeria and elsewhere may be the legacy of survivors who carried the memory of Atlantis across the world. The clues to our forgotten history may not be buried in the sands of Egypt, but entombed beneath the ice at the bottom of the world. Antarctica, silent and enigmatic, may yet hold the secrets of Atlantis, ancient Egypt, and the dawn of civilization itself. Antarctica is defined by its ice, a continent shrouded in a frozen silence that has endured for millions of years. Its vast, unbroken ice sheet is the largest single mass of ice on Earth, stretching over 14 million square kilometres and containing nearly 90% of the planet's fresh water. This colossal expanse is not just a feature of the landscape, it is the very essence of Antarctica's identity. The climate here is among the harshest ever recorded. In the heart of winter, temperatures plummet to unimaginable lows, with the coldest temperature on record reaching minus 89.2 degrees Celsius or minus 128.6 degrees Fahrenheit at the Soviet Vostok station in 1983. Even in the summer, the mercury rarely rises above freezing, and the sun, when it appears, offers little warmth. The air is so dry that Antarctica is technically classified as a polar desert. Precipitation is scarce, often less than 2 inches per year, and what little snow does fall is swept across the plains by relentless katabatic winds. These winds, driven by cold, dense air flowing down from the high interior, can reach speeds of over 300 kilometers per hour, creating blizzards that erase all sense of direction and time. The continent's isolation is reinforced by its climate. For most of human history, Antarctica was a blank spot on the map, its secrets locked beneath layers of ice that could be several kilometers thick. The extreme cold preserves everything it touches, from ancient air bubbles trapped in the ice to the faintest traces of organic life. Yet, this same cold makes exploration and survival nearly impossible. Scientific studies of ice cores drilled deep into the Antarctic ice sheet have revealed a detailed record of Earth's climate stretching back nearly 1 million years. These frozen archives show cycles of ice ages and warmer periods, with Antarctica acting as both a witness and a driver of global climate change. During the last glacial maximum, around 20,000 years ago, the ice was even more extensive and temperatures were colder still. But Antarctica is not a static world. Beneath the ice, paradoxes abound. The continent is home to more than 100 volcanoes, some of which are still active. Mount Erebus, with its persistent lava lake, stands as a fiery anomaly in a land of perpetual cold. Recent research has uncovered a vast volcanic system hidden beneath the West Antarctic ice sheet, the largest such region on Earth, where geothermal heat melts the base of the ice, creating a labyrinth of subglacial lakes and rivers. These hidden lakes, isolated from the surface for millions of years, may harbour unique forms of microbial life adapted to total darkness and crushing pressure. The geothermal activity below provides a natural explanation for some of Antarctica's mysteries, such as the sudden appearance of giant melt holes and the rapid retreat of certain glaciers. Yet for some, these natural explanations are not enough. Theories persist that the heat signatures and unusual melt patterns could be evidence of something more, perhaps the waste heat from vast, hidden underground bases, or even the remnants of a lost civilization. The thick ice and brutal cold would offer perfect concealment, making detection by satellite or surface exploration nearly impossible. Throughout history, Antarctica's climate has acted as both a barrier and a shield. If a civilization, ancient or otherwise, ever sought refuge here, the relentless cold and shifting ice would have quickly buried any trace of their presence. Structures, artifacts, even entire cities could be entombed beneath layers of ice, preserved in a deep freeze for millennia. At the same time, the continent's geothermal energy could provide the power needed to sustain life below the surface. Natural heat vents and subglacial lakes might offer pockets of warmth and water, essential for survival in an otherwise inhospitable world. The dynamic interplay between the ice above and the heat below creates a landscape of constant change and hidden potential. Antarctica is a place where nature itself conspires to conceal its secrets, blurring the line between what is natural and what might be artificial. In this frozen wilderness, the evidence of something extraordinary could lie just out of reach, waiting for the right moment or the right technology to be revealed. Antarctica, an endless expanse of ice, wind, and mystery. For decades, rumours have swirled that beneath its frozen surface lies evidence of a lost civilization or perhaps even an active alien presence. But if such secrets exist, why has the world heard so little? The answer, many believe, is a vast and intricate cover-up, one of the greatest in human history. According to conspiracy theorists, the world's most powerful governments have gone to extraordinary lengths to keep the truth about Antarctica hidden. Theories abound of secret pacts, clandestine operations, and a global effort to suppress any evidence that might upend our understanding of history, science, and even our place in the cosmos. Central to these suspicions is the Antarctic Treaty System, an international agreement signed in 1959. On the surface, it appears to be a model of peaceful cooperation, banning military activity and dedicating the continent to scientific research. But critics argue that the treaty is, in reality, a tool for control, a legal framework designed to restrict access, manage information, and ensure that only select individuals ever see what lies beneath the ice. The evidence, they claim, is everywhere. Vast swathes of the continent are marked as restricted zones, off-limits to independent explorers. Satellite imagery is tightly controlled, with certain areas blurred or redacted. Even the most well-funded private expeditions are routinely denied permits, forced to operate under the watchful eyes of government escorts. Journalists and filmmakers who visit Antarctica are almost always embedded within national programs. Their movements are monitored, their footage reviewed, and their access carefully curated. Stories circulate of researchers who stumbled upon strange ruins or anomalous artifacts, only to be swiftly reassigned, their findings classified or confiscated. Some whistleblowers have come forward, describing encounters with unexplainable technology, metallic structures buried deep in the ice, glowing artifacts, or even entire underground complexes. Yet these accounts are often dismissed, the witnesses discredited, and the evidence quietly disappears. The motives for such secrecy, according to theorists, are as complex as they are compelling. The discovery of an ancient, technologically advanced civilization would force a complete rewrite of human history, challenging every established narrative. The revelation of an extraterrestrial presence would be even more destabilizing, potentially triggering global panic and the collapse of social order. But there are also more pragmatic reasons. If the ruins beneath the ice contain advanced technology, limitless energy sources, propulsion systems, or exotic weaponry, the nation that controls them would gain unimaginable power. The Antarctic cover-up then becomes a new kind of Cold War, a silent high-stakes race to reverse-engineer the secrets of the past, or perhaps the technology of visitors from beyond our world. Evidence of this covert competition can be seen in the heavy military presence that, despite the treaty's restrictions, is often observed on the continent. Unmarked aircraft, convoys of snow vehicles, and hidden research facilities hint at operations far beyond the scope of peaceful science. There are even reports of entire expeditions vanishing without a trace, their last transmissions filled with static and cryptic warnings. Equipment is confiscated, data erased, and those who ask too many questions are quietly silenced. In the end, the great Antarctic cover-up is a story of shadows and secrets, a global conspiracy to keep the world in the dark about what truly lies beneath the ice. Whether the truth is a lost civilization, alien visitors, or something even stranger, one thing is certain. Antarctica remains the most tightly guarded mystery on Earth. We stand at the edge of a great white desert, gazing out over a landscape that is as beautiful as it is forbidding. Antarctica, the Earth's last true frontier, stretches before us, an endless expanse of ice concealing secrets that have eluded humanity for centuries. Beneath this frozen wilderness lies a world few have glimpsed, a realm where ancient mysteries and cutting-edge science collide. For decades, researchers have drilled deep into the ice, extracting cores that reveal a climate history stretching back nearly 1 million years. Each layer of snow and ice is a page in Earth's diary, recording volcanic eruptions, meteor impacts, and even the rise and fall of ancient civilizations far beyond these frozen shores. Hidden within the ice, scientists have discovered ancient microbes, life forms that have survived in total darkness and sub-zero temperatures for tens of thousands of years. These extremophiles offer tantalizing clues about the possibility of life on other worlds and about the resilience of life on our own. Far below the surface, vast subglacial lakes like Lake Vostok remain liquid, sealed off from the atmosphere for millions of years. In these hidden waters, scientists have detected unique chemical signatures and even hints of unknown organisms, raising questions about what else might lurk in the darkness. The ice also conceals entire mountain ranges, like the mysterious Gambutsev Mountains, as tall as the Alps and completely buried beneath the ice sheet. These hidden peaks may hold clues to the continent's ancient past, when Antarctica was lush and green, teeming with forests and rivers. Fossils found in exposed rock hint at a time when dinosaurs roamed these lands, and when Antarctica was part of the supercontinent Gondwana. The shifting of continents, the freezing of the land, and the burial of ancient ecosystems beneath miles of ice have created a time capsule waiting to be unlocked. Yet the mysteries do not end with science. Some claim to have seen unnatural shapes, pyramids, geometric lines, and even what appear to be ancient structures emerging from the ice in satellite images. Are these simply tricks of geology, or evidence of a lost civilization buried beneath the snow? Speculative theories abound. Some suggest that Antarctica was once home to an advanced culture, its ruins now entombed beneath the ice. Others believe that the continent hides evidence of ancient visitors from beyond our world, crashed craft, lost technologies, and secrets that could rewrite history. Modern radar and imaging technology have revealed vast networks of tunnels and voids beneath the ice, some stretching for miles. Are these natural formations carved by water and time, or could they be the remnants of something built long ago? As the climate warms and the ice recedes, more of Antarctica's ancient rock is revealed each year. Scientists race to study these new exposures, searching for fossils, meteorites, and signs of past life. But with each discovery, new questions arise. Will we find only stone and sediment, confirming our understanding of natural history? Or will we uncover evidence that challenges everything we know about our world? Could the melting ice reveal the smooth, unnatural lines of a buried wall, the entrance to a forgotten tomb, or the wreckage of a craft that fell from the stars? The possibilities are as vast as the continent itself. Each year, the ice surrenders a little more of its ancient cargo: meteorites from the dawn of the solar system, fossils from lost worlds, and perhaps one day, something that will change our understanding of history forever. Antarctica is a mirror, reflecting our deepest hopes and fears about the unknown. It is a place where science and legend meet, where every new discovery brings both answers and more questions. It may be nothing more than the coldest, most desolate continent on our planet, or it could be the keeper of our greatest secrets, a sleeping giant waiting for the day when its icy blanket finally melts away, revealing the truth of what lies beneath. Until that day comes, we can only look south and wonder what truly lies beneath Antarctica. A Gap 2S. As we peer deeper into Antarctica's icy heart, one question lingers. Could there be more than fossils and microbes entombed beneath the frozen surface? Some researchers and theorists believe that Antarctica may conceal the ultimate prize evidence of ancient technologies, relics from a civilization long lost to time and ice. Imagine, buried beneath miles of compacted snow, the remains of machines far older than any known human invention. Could there be strange alloys, metallic fragments, or devices crafted with methods beyond our current understanding? Satellite scans have revealed geometric anomalies, regular shapes and patterns that seem out of place in nature's chaotic design. Some suggest these could be the outlines of colossal structures, perhaps even ancient power sources or energy conduits left behind by a people whose knowledge rivaled or surpassed our own. The origins of these hypothetical artifacts remain a matter of intense debate. Were they created by a prehistoric civilization that flourished in Antarctica's distant, temperate past, perhaps during the time when the continent was lush and green? Or do they speak of an even greater mystery, visitors from beyond Earth who left behind technology that has waited in the dark for eons? Ancient astronaut theories, though controversial, point to legends and myths from around the world. Tales of luminous flying objects, advanced tools, and sudden leaps in human knowledge. If such artifacts do exist, their implications are staggering. They could offer insight into forgotten chapters of human history, revealing a global network of ancient knowledge and trade. Alternatively, they might provide proof that intelligent life once visited our planet, forever altering the course of our development. Imagine scientists uncovering a perfectly preserved mechanism, gears and circuits untouched by time, or an object emitting faint, inexplicable energy, evidence that our ancestors were not alone. The search for these relics is not without its dangers. Antarctica's harsh environment, shifting ice and international treaties make exploration challenging. Yet every year new expeditions venture south, equipped with cutting-edge ground-penetrating radar, drones and robotic probes. Their goal to find the hidden chambers, the sealed vaults, the impossible artifacts that might rewrite the story of civilization itself. For now, the ice holds its secrets close. But with every core sample, every scan, and every melted patch, the possibility grows that one day we will uncover proof of a forgotten age, an epoch when technology and mystery walked hand in hand beneath Antarctic skies. So as we contemplate the silent, frozen expanse, we must ask ourselves, what relics of a lost world might be sleeping beneath the ice, waiting for us to awaken them? Beneath Antarctica's colossal ice sheets lies a secret world, one that has only recently begun to reveal itself to science. Over the last few decades, researchers have identified more than 400 subglacial lakes hidden deep under miles of compacted snow and ice. These lakes, isolated from the surface for millions of years, are kept liquid by the intense heat rising from the Earth's core and the crushing pressure of the ice above. Using advanced radar and seismic imaging, scientists have mapped these vast inky reservoirs, some as large as Lake Ontario. The most famous, Lake Vostok, is buried nearly 2.5 miles below the surface and stretches over 150 miles in length. In 2012, after years of drilling, Russian researchers finally breached its surface, retrieving water samples that had not seen the light of day for at least 15 million years. What they discovered was astonishing. The samples contained microbial life, organisms adapted to total darkness, extreme pressure, and frigid temperatures. These findings have fueled speculation that entire ecosystems may thrive beneath Antarctica's ice, untouched by the outside world. Some scientists believe these lakes could serve as analogues for life on icy moons like Europa or Enceladus, raising hopes that life might exist elsewhere in our solar system. But there are those who wonder if the secrets of the subglacial lakes go even deeper. Could these hidden waters preserve the remnants of lost civilizations, or even serve as the last refuge for species thought extinct? Ancient maps and legends hint at ice-free regions at the bottom of the world, sparking theories that advanced societies once called Antarctica home before it was entombed in ice. While mainstream science focuses on the search for microbial life, alternative researchers speculate that entire structures, cities, temples, or even unknown technologies might be preserved in these watery vaults. The inaccessibility of the lakes only adds to the mystery. Robotic probes and remote sensors can only glimpse fragments of this submerged world. As new drilling projects and satellite surveys push the boundaries of exploration, each core sample brings us closer to understanding what lies beneath. Are these lakes merely scientific curiosities, or could they be gateways to a forgotten chapter of Earth's history? For now, the hidden lakes of Antarctica remain one of our planet's greatest enigmas, a tantalizing blend of scientific discovery and age-old mystery waiting patiently beneath the ice. As the search for answers beneath Antarctica's ice intensifies, another layer of intrigue emerges, one that blurs the lines between science fiction and reality. In recent years, satellite images have captured what appear to be geometric shapes, massive ridges, and symmetrical formations jutting from the ice. Some of these anomalies, like the so-called Antarctic pyramids, resemble ancient structures far too precise to be dismissed as mere natural formations. Zooming in on these satellite photos, we see sharp, triangular peaks arranged in patterns that defy the random chaos of nature. Digital analysts have measured angles and proportions, noting uncanny similarities to the pyramids of Giza or Mesoamerican temples. Could these be the eroded remains of long-lost civilizations, or is there a more otherworldly explanation? Adding fuel to the fire, researchers have detected unusual magnetic readings and heat signatures in areas where no volcanic activity should exist. Thermal imaging has revealed warm spots beneath the ice, forming perfect circles or lines, shapes that some experts believe could indicate artificial origins. Dr. Elena Mendez, a leading geophysicist, weighs in. While most anomalies can be explained by geological processes, a handful remain stubbornly unexplained. The regularity and alignment of certain formations do not match any known glacial movement or rock formation patterns. We need more data, but the possibilities are genuinely intriguing. Meanwhile, conspiracy theorists and alternative researchers are quick to connect the dots. They point to declassified military documents and pilot testimonies describing strange metallic objects embedded in the ice, and even rumours of entire bases hidden from public view. Some suggest that these are remnants of ancient alien visitors, their technology buried under millennia of snow. Others claim that Antarctica could be a gateway, a place where the boundaries between our world and another are unusually thin. Despite the skepticism of mainstream science, the questions persist. Why do so many of these formations appear to follow mathematical ratios or align with celestial events? How do we explain the persistent reports of unexplained lights, radar echoes, and electromagnetic disturbances in these remote regions? As satellite technology improves and more data comes to light, the mystery only deepens. Are these formations the work of nature, the legacy of a forgotten civilization, or evidence of visitors from beyond our world? For now, the answers remain locked beneath Antarctica's ice, challenging us to keep searching, questioning and imagining what secrets this frozen continent still hides. In the shadowy corridors of cartographic history, a few ancient maps have stirred controversy and wonder among explorers, scholars and conspiracy theorists alike. These maps, drawn centuries before the advent of modern surveying or satellite imagery, appear to depict Antarctica not as a frozen wasteland, but as a temperate, ice-free landmass. How could this be possible? The most famous of these enigmatic documents is the Piri Reis map, created in 1513 by an Ottoman admiral and cartographer. Carefully inked on gazelle skin, the Piri Reis map is a patchwork of information gathered from older sources, some lost to history. What makes this map so extraordinary is its portrayal of a southern continent with a coastline remarkably similar to the present-day outline of Queen Maud Land, a region of Antarctica. Even more puzzling, this coastline is shown without the thick shroud of ice that buries it today. Zooming in, digital analysts have overlaid the Piri Reis map with satellite images of the Antarctic subglacial landscape. Astonishingly, some portions align with the land beneath the ice, as revealed by modern radar surveys. This has led some researchers to speculate that the map's creators had access to ancient charts made when Antarctica's coast was still visible, thousands of years ago, long before the last ice age reached its peak. But the Piri Reis map is not alone. In 1531, Orontius Phineus, a French mathematician and cartographer, produced another intriguing map. His depiction of Antarctica shows a largely ice-free continent, complete with detailed rivers, mountains and bays. The land is drawn as if it were habitable, a stark contrast to the barren expanse we know today. Skeptics argue that these depictions are little more than imaginative guesses or misinterpretations of South America. Yet, the accuracy of certain features continues to baffle experts. How did these early mapmakers know what lay beneath Antarctica's ice centuries before the continent was officially discovered? Some suggest survivors of a lost civilization passed down their knowledge through generations. Others propose that ancient mariners, perhaps aided by advanced technology or now lost records, once charted the Antarctic coast. There are even those who believe these maps are evidence of contact with extraterrestrial visitors who shared their knowledge with early humans. Modern science remains cautious. While some features on these maps can be explained by copying errors or misidentified coastlines, the debate is far from settled. Each new analysis, each overlay with satellite data, seems to raise more questions than answers. Are these ancient maps the last remnants of a forgotten epoch when Antarctica was green and teeming with life? Or are they simply the products of human imagination, fueled by myth and the allure of the unknown? As we continue to delve into the archives and probe beneath the ice, the secrets of these maps remain as tantalizing as the continent itself, challenging our understanding of history, geography, and the very boundaries of human knowledge. As we unravel the mysteries of Antarctica's past, the frozen continent stands on the brink of a new era, one defined not by ancient maps or buried relics, but by the limitless possibilities of modern exploration. Today, scientists and visionaries from around the world are preparing for the next great chapter in Antarctic discovery, armed with cutting-edge technology and a spirit of international cooperation. On the horizon, fleets of autonomous drones and remote-operated submersibles promise to map the continent's uncharted interiors with unprecedented precision. These high-tech explorers will plunge into the labyrinthine tunnels beneath the ice, scan the hidden lakes with sonar, and capture data from places no human has ever seen. Satellite constellations, equipped with powerful sensors, will monitor shifting ice sheets in real time, detecting changes down to the millimeter. Artificial intelligence will sift through mountains of data, revealing patterns and secrets invisible to the human eye. But as technology races forward, so too does the need for careful stewardship. The Antarctic Treaty System, a landmark agreement signed by dozens of nations, ensures that Antarctica remains a preserve for peace and science. This fragile consensus prohibits military activity, mineral mining and permanent settlements, while safeguarding unique ecosystems that may hold clues to life's resilience in extreme conditions. In the years ahead, new protocols will be needed to address the challenges of climate change, environmental protection, and even the ethical use of advanced robotics. Yet for all these safeguards, the potential for discovery is staggering. Beneath the ice, scientists hope to uncover ancient microbes, organisms that have survived in isolation for millions of years. The study of these extremophiles could unlock new medicines, or even offer insights into the possibilities of life on other worlds. Geological surveys may reveal untapped mineral resources, while ice cores will continue to provide a frozen archive of Earth's climate history, stretching back hundreds of thousands of years. International collaboration is key. As global tensions simmer elsewhere, Antarctica remains a rare beacon of unity, a place where researchers from every continent work side by side, pushing the boundaries of knowledge. In the coming decades, new research stations, powered by renewable energy, will dot the landscape, each one a testament to human ingenuity and hope. The future of Antarctic exploration is not just about uncovering what lies beneath the ice, but about safeguarding this last great wilderness for generations to come. As we look forward, the questions only grow more profound. What new wonders wait to be discovered beneath the frozen surface? How will our actions today shape the legacy of Antarctica tomorrow? The answers, like the continent itself, remain shrouded in mystery, inviting us to explore, to protect and to dream.